Now once your food's cut up, you're ready to cook. We're going to do something you may have never seen before. Inside this little 1-quart pan, we're going to cook a half of a potato, 2 diced carrots, and we're going to put in some broccoli, some corn on the cob, some red and green cabbage. All the vegetables cook in the same pan without using any water. There's no interchanging of color or flavor. You won't even smell the food while it's cooking. If you tried to cook like this in regular pans, what would you get? One guy set a fire. Now these are fresh vegetables. They were harvested weeks ago. They've dehydrated. We do recommend you rinse them with a little bit of water before you cook them and then drain it all out. Just the moisture that clings to the vegetables is enough to cook it. Notice all the color transfer. This is why you shouldn't boil your vegetables or even steam them. Has anyone ever steamed broccoli? Water turns green. Was the broccoli ever in the water? That's how sensitive it is. Even just steam washes out color, nutrition, and taste. Once the taste is gone, what do we put on food with no taste? So, what's the first 2 things the doctor tells you to cut out?
Butter.
Salt, butter. Got to listen to the doctors. If we don't, we're going to have heart problems, weight problems, stomach problems, marriage problems, all kinds of problems. Healthcraft is waterless. It cooks on extremely low heat settings. I'll put a paper towel between the pan and the burner to show you how low the heat setting should be. 190 degrees is what we recommend. On a scale of 1 to 10 on the average range, that's 1. This is why the cookware saves so much money. It's an investment. The United States Energy Commission says low heat cooking fast will save you about $10 a month on energy bills. $10 a month is $1,200 every 10 years. I've had this for 20 years. I've saved $2,400 in energy already. Some people think this is expensive. It's free. Not only is it waterless, it's greaseless. If you pour the grease down the drain after you're done cooking, what happens to your drains? They clog up. If you eat greasy food, what happens to our body? It clogs too, but you can't drink Drano more than once. Now, this is our liquid core electric skillet. If you shake it, you can feel it has liquid in it. This is a 5-layer pan. Between the plies, the factory injects a cup of silicone oil. The oil spreads the heat of the pan evenly all the way around, so it works just like a deep fryer, but you don't have to put any grease in it. We're going to fry the chicken the way Weight Watchers recommend you cook at home. That's without the skin. If you've ever read any of the Heart Healthy publications, they tell you to take the skin off the chicken and fry it without grease, which is a good theory, but if you put skinless chicken in a hot, uncoated pan, what happens? It sticks, burns, you can't get it out. That's why we have to demonstrate our cookware, because when the public walks by our booth, they assume that this is stainless steel cookware. It isn't. It's surgical steel. This is what the doctors put in our bodies. The only thing a doctor will put in your body if you need like pins, plates, or knee replacements is surgical steel. They don't use stainless, they don't use Teflon. This is the only true non-stick material that lasts a lifetime. And when you fry your meat, put the lid on with the vent open, it releases the steam. If you didn't have a vent there, you'd have to tilt the lid, you get a greasy mess. This way everything stays in the pan, including our money. Has anybody here ever cooked a meatloaf in the oven? Like a magic trick, is it? Goes in like a football, comes out like a softball. 5 pounds of meat shrinks too. We walk in the house and say it smells good. It should. We just inhaled about $5 worth of meat. This chicken will come out of the pan, same size it goes in. Meat shrinking is greatly reduced if you sear the meat. That's what I'm doing here. Sear the meat locks in the juice. Okay, we got the vegetables cooking without water. The meats are frying without grease. The cake's baking without the oven. All we need in the kitchen is a good timer. It takes about 10 or 12 minutes and we're all done. You can make healthy meals a lot faster with this than any other cookware. And we're going to make a salad to go with the meal as well. Does anybody here like salads? You know you're supposed to eat a salad every day. That's according to the American Cancer Society. Last year, 600,000 Americans were diagnosed with colon cancer. 38% death rate on that one. That's about 225,000 people. They say that's really a shame because they say that colon cancer is totally preventable if you get enough roughage and fiber in your diet. You just got to keep your system clean. And that's what cabbage is really good at because it's much more nutritious than lettuce. And it's loaded with natural fiber, which helps cleanse the body on the inside. Now that we eat with our eyes, digest with our stomachs, so make sure you use lots of color when you're cooking. A little red and green cabbage makes it appetizing, good to look at, easy to taste. The red cabbage is kind of sweet too. I kind of like the red cabbage. Costs a little more, but it's worth it to me. Cucumbers are good, but don't peel your cucumbers. The skin contains pepsin. It's a natural digestive enzyme. Helps your body digest food. If you don't like the wax on a cucumber skin, just dip it in paint thinner and run it through. Just kidding. Use vinegar. It's a natural grease cutter. Okay? And if it looks good, it tastes good. We're going to top off our salad with a little bit of yellow squash. This is blade number 2. Gives you a nice julienne cut, just like the hash brown potatoes that you get out at like Waffle House. And here's a fresh, delicious salad. I made the whole thing right before your eyes in about 30 seconds. How long would that take with a knife? Too long. You know, a lot of people don't eat salads anymore. It's because they take too long to make. most of the people that do eat salads, they buy bags of lettuce and throw it in a bowl. So there's your salad. That's not fresh.
That's right.
And it might be dangerous. Anybody remember last, I think 3 years ago, that spinach problem we had? Anybody remember that bag of spinach? Killed like, what, 50 people? Something like that. It's not going to happen if you buy fresh vegetables and cut them up yourself with this machine. We don't recommend potato chips and french fries, but if you're going to eat them anyway, make them at home, save money. Take a potato, run it through, and dry fry them in the skillet. That's a healthy potato chip right there. These won't stick to the pan. If you like the salty taste, just spray them with malt vinegar. Malt vinegar is the red vinegar. That's what the British use for fish and chips. They don't use salt. It's a good health tip. Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, I don't know who's winning the French fry war today. You can win it in your own kitchen. Look at all the French fries you get out of one small potato. This is half of it. Has anybody ever gone to McDonald's and looked at the prices on the fries by the pound? We don't do that, do we? We just look at a bag. Right? A bag, little bag's $1. That's a 2-ounce serving. Do your math. That's $8 a pound. That's $80 for a 10-pound bag of potatoes.
Wow.
How much can you get that for at the store? $3. That's why McDonald's has golden arches. Made of solid gold. They charge you $77 extra. If we don't teach our kids to cook, the fast food restaurant will teach them how to eat. Lure them back with new toys every week.
Yeah.
This machine's good for a lot of things, but it doesn't cut tomatoes or raw meat because the blades aren't sharp. Not very sharp. But it will cut cooked meat. If you like ham, turkey, or chicken in your salads. If you like onions, don't like to chop or peel them. Face the skin away from the blade, run it through. The number 2 blade gives you a beautiful julienne cut. It'll chop and peel your onions so quick you don't have a chance to cry about it. Throw the onion skin away. You got lots of diced onions there. It's a good cut for chili or soup, maybe some sauce. And if you put this much onion on your salad, you have quality personal time after you eat. You guys have to listen for the jokes here. This machine's been around 71 years, folks, and in all that time, it's never been sold in the store. We did try to sell them in stores, but people assume it's a meat grinder. It's the only thing it doesn't do. That's why I have to demonstrate these. We've been here at the fair 20 years demonstrating our products. This machine comes with all 5 blades I use today. It's guaranteed for 50 years, longest warranty of any food processor in the world. This is easy to clean, which is what I like the most because I got to clean it 5 times a day. Anybody have an electric food processor? How hard are they to clean? That's the reason that you're probably not using them. And this machine is not made overseas. All of our products are American made. Anybody believe in American products anymore? And we could have this made in China very easily. How many people want us to? Not one hand. But you know what? That vote doesn't count. You know what vote counts? Whether you buy one. That's the thing. And if people resist the prices, where do you think the plant's going to end up? China, just like everything else. Now this machine's good for a lot of things. It is on sale. We have competitors that sell these for about $3.95, and that might be worth the money because you never buy it again. We have one special here for $2.39. Really not a bad price at all. If you compare this to a like Cuisinart, it actually has a 50 times the warranty, and it's made in America, and it does a better job, and it's easier to clean. So this is why you really should consider owning it. If you'd like to get one, let me know after the show. If you'd like to get one free, listen carefully before I flip the chicken over. I'll show you how to get some of our products without having to pay for it. You know, it's kind of a shame the guys don't do more cooking, ladies. If the men did all the cooking, you'd already have this stuff. These are tools for your kitchen. Men love tools, don't they? You ever look at a guy's tool collection? Carpenter, electrician, plumber, mechanic, got all the tools. We hunt, fish, boat, or play golf. Money is no object. I know that. You know, if a guy likes to hunt, how much money does he spend on his gun? $1,000, $2,000. Comes to pots and pans, a lot of guys don't use them. They say we already have pots. We don't need more pots.